Hello, my name is Donna. I'm from Lumi DigiPrints. I'm bringing you a short video for a Canva app called TypeGradient. This app allows you to add gradient coloring to your text. I was watching a video and a young lady was adding gradients to her text, but it was kind of tedious in my opinion. So I came over to Canva to see if they had something similar, and they do. And again, it's called TypeGradient, and you can see that it is trending right now. Let's click on it, and you can see in this photo on how you can add gradient to your design. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up here to type gradient, and it should auto-populate, which it did. And I'm going to click on it. This is the icon you should look for, and I am going to activate it to get it started. You have main text, and this is what's already here, and this is what I'm going to show you how it looks in the preview. And you can see that there's already a gradient in here, but I'm going to go back. This is the area where you add your text. You have fonts. You can choose a font, which by default is on Anton, but if you expand the fonts, you can see that they have a ton of fonts here. Cursive, you have, what is this? This is like a digital type font. You have one of these character type fonts. You have the block, you have thin, you have handwritten fonts in here. There is a wide variety of fonts for you to choose from, so you're not stuck on one type of font. And they have a lot of fonts from A to Z. I'm in M's right now. Let's go down a little bit more. And again, like I said, it's from A to Z, so there should be a font that will work well with whatever design you are working on. So I'm going to leave it at Anton just for this purpose right here. Next, you have alignment. You have left justified, centered, and right. So I'm going to scoot this down a little bit so that you can see it's already on left justified. Click to center, and everything is centered. And now the text is right justified when you click on the right justified button here. Next, you have your line height. If you have more than two lines, you can adjust the line height. You can make it as close or as wide as you need to, depending on your design. So I'm going to put this back in just a little bit to where it was. I believe it was 3.4 by default. Next, you have your gradient. You automatically are set up with 3 gradients. You can add gradient. You can add more to the gradient line if you choose to, and you can remove them as well. You can see that this section here, this first part of the gradient, it's kind of like right here in the top. This is the middle section here, and then you have the purple down at the bottom. There are 2 handles in the preview button. I'm going to show you that in 1 second. To change your gradient, you click on the first circle or whichever circle that you need to change, but we're going to start, and I'm going to go through all 3. I'm going to click on the first gradient. You do get a hex code, so if you love hex codes, you can copy and paste that hex code from a chart, and then you can copy and paste it into this space here. You have your color slide here, your main color slide, and as you can see, as I'm sliding it back and forth, it is changing here and here. So I want to do a Black History Month type theme of red, black, and green. So I am going to move this over. I like this shade of red better than this one. So I'm going to slide this over here to the main color of red, and now I'm going to come over here to the color picker, and as I am moving this color picker around, you can see that the hex code is changing. You can also copy and paste it if you want to swap the color in a different side of the gradient, so that it will make it a little bit easier. So if I was to take this, I would copy it, click this third one, and then I would paste it. And now it's the same color as this. But I'm going to go back over to the first one. That should not be there. So I'm going to come back over to the first one. And mistakes happen. Good grief. Back to the first one. There we go. So I'm going to slide this over to this red here. And I'm going to slide it to the top corner. And I'm going to click onto the second circle so that I can color pick black. It doesn't matter where you are on this line. Your white is always going to be at the top left side, and the black is always going to be at the bottom left side all the time. And here is the black over here in the bottom right. Like I said, it does not matter where you are on that main color choice. Now I'm going to come over here to the third circle, and I'm going to change this to a green. So if I don't have the hex code, use the color slider here, and I'm going to move it over to the green section. And I like this green, but I want it to go a little bit deeper. So I'm going to move it over and bring it down just a tad bit. And I like that. So I'm going to leave that there. And you can look at your preview to see how it's going to show up in the text. You can also move this over if you need be. And you can see it's moved up a little bit more. Also, I'm going to put that back in the middle. You can add colors into the gradient as well. You can add as many as you want as long as they're in between these two. So I'm going to add a yellow. I'm going to add it right here. So all you have to do is take your mouse and find the position where you want it, and then click for that circle to come out so that you can color pick whatever color. Like I said, I'm going to use yellow. I'm going to move it over to the yellow, and I'm watching where I'm going to be in the yellow. Now I can come over here and actually pick my color of yellow, and I want it to be kind of bright. Let me see if I move this over just a little bit. Okay, there we go. So it's a little bit more yellow there, and I'm going to click off there, and now you can see that the yellow is in here. I'm going to add in some more yellow on the other side here, and move that up and over just a little bit. Or I could do that, or I could come back over here to the circle, copy. I'm going to copy the hex code, copy, come back over here to this circle, and I was a tad bit off. And now I'm going to paste it over and come out of it, and now you can see that the yellow has been added in between the black and that green. Now you can come over to your preview, and you have two handles here. You can make it as close or as wide from the bottom. Same thing at the top, close, wide. And as you can see, if I move it over, you can twist it top, bottom. I can do the same thing with this one. This handle here does the bottom section. So if I wanted to bring it in, make it like a window type color, coloring type. I'm not exactly sure on how you would describe that. Beams. That's what I'm going to say. It's going to, because it looks like beams. Rainbow beam. There you go. If I'm not happy with how it looks, you can hit reset position. It will go back to its default state, and then you can try again. So I'm going to move this over and out. Move that way. Once you are happy with your coloring and the position of the gradient, add it to your design. It will come over here into your design, You can make it as big or as small as you want. Now say if I want to change my font, scroll back, make sure it is highlighted. First and foremost, make sure that this is highlighted. Go back to fonts and then just choose another font. Make sure your check mark is there. Come back out and make sure it has changed in your preview. Come back and hit update element. Your element should change. Now, if you want to delete a color, which I'm going to do, click on the circle that has that color that you do not want. Come here and click delete. You will see that the preview only has one yellow now. I'm going to reset this so you can see it a little bit better. I don't want this yellow here either. So I'm going to decide to take that out. I'm going to click on that circle and then I'm going to hit delete. So now I have three colors again, red, black, and green. And again, I can move this around, stretch it out if I want to, bring it in as close as I want to. And then I'm going to update my element. Now it is all red, black, and green, and it should look exactly how it is on the preview. Again, you can still make it as big or small as you want. If you want to change the entire text, go up to main text. And today is Monday, so I'm just going to put happy Monday. I'm going to break that up into 2 lines with an exclamation point. I'm going to change my justification. I don't know why I'm I want to say justification. It's left justified. Good grief. And then I'm going to reset my position, and I want to kind of get it a little bit closer. I want more of the red, and then I'm going to twist it a little bit. And then I want to make this a little bit wider.
Power on.
And I'm going to update my element, and now it's updated. This is so much easier than the video that I did see on YouTube. You make a mistake, you can change. Say if you misspelled something, you can come up here and easily change it, and then you can hit update element and it'll pop right over here with the updated features or letters or whatever you need to do, colors. So this hopefully will help someone who wants to make something very unique and different for your projects. I use this on a on my last prompt guide. I use this feature to highlight some things. I use this not to highlight, to color in my font. So I think this is pretty neat. Give it a try and let me know what you think. You all have a great Monday.